I snap.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, anyway, just thought I'd say hi. Thanks for doing that. I watch your videos, especially when you went to some of those police meetings. Didn't you go to some of those?
Yeah.
That was really helpful.
I plan to keep going too.
Thank you.
Just trying to find my other nationwide Facebook. Gosh. They want to know status of two. Posting updates for the facility. Since I drove past there on my way.
I'm sorry?
Just posting updates for the facility since I drove past there on my way. Where is legal observer? Somewhere in this too. Calls to action. So many chats are going on. There it is.
Hey, how's it going? Doing all right? Everybody doing okay today? Good to hear.
Got a bit of a oh no,
My humble little tripod seat.
You sing me a song?
Stairs in here, am I right? Did I see at the ISM coalition the other day?
well, yeah,
I do most of social media.
yeah. No, I'm just my own. Yeah, I just I'm not. Ooh,
You're not live, are you?
yes.
Oops.
Yep.
Ice out. I
There's probably people on either side then, and where they're going to be speaking is maybe. It's also like one here.
You need to read. Yeah, I can't mix it. That's hard.
But he's a pro. He's really good at working with amateurs, and he's like, so you're saying this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just one thing. Obviously, it's a good position. Yeah.
I did see it like in
So it's not.
Show me where it is.
Can you do anything
You guys want a?
She's amazing. She lives in Tampa. She put me on Tampa. So it was stressful, but I ate really well.
Hey, David.
Organic everything and hotels. That was nice to just
Okay, Marina. Okay, Marina. That's good. David was supposed to. No, I just want to. You want members of the community as well to stand up?
Yes, and I have an excitement. Let's go to the microphone.
Marina. All right, so yeah, Amelia, why don't you stand up?
Testing, good. Members of community, our city Milwaukee residents that would like People's House. So we're starting in a minute here. Also invite anyone who'd like to hold a sign. Very excited about these signs. They're made at the Bayview Printing Company, and they sent them in solidarity to our actions today. So I'm going to leave these out here for anybody to hold.
There we go.
Behind them?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to get started.
Let's go to the other side. Yeah. Just go.
Nice lakeside real estate over here, good view. It's on city water. Did you say smile and look at you?
I won't be in trouble.
Good afternoon. I'm Jose Perez, Alderman of 12th District and County Council President. I briefly want to give everyone a run of show. I'll be speaking My colleagues will be speaking, Alderwoman Samanipa Dimitrievich and Alderman Brower. We have two community members, Emilio Dore and Kristen Ortiz, and then Alderwoman Dimitrievich will facilitate any Q&A after that, just to give you a run of the show. But I wanted to thank all of you for coming. Alderperson Samanipa, Alderwoman Dimitrievich, Alderman Brower, Alderwoman Moore, Alderwoman Taylor, Alderman Burgelis, and I know that Alderman Stamper is on his way. We had to get started out. So I wanted to thank all our community members and supporters that are here today. And as alderpersons, we are elected to representatives closest to the residents of our city. People are demanding we both say and do something on behalf of the voiceless in our city. In our communities and amongst ourselves, we have been working to prepare for what we consider the unknown. This is always a great challenge. Yet and still, in overwhelming numbers, our residents have told us you need to have a plan. You need to create a plan. You need to protect the voiceless. They've told us we know you can't do everything, and you do have limitations when confronted with federal law. Still, they've urged us to do what we can to protect the most vulnerable amongst us. Those, out of fear, are being separated from their families, are afraid to go to work. They're not sending their kids to school, or don't seek the needed medical attention. The federal immigration surges that we've seen across the country have never been about removing the worst of the worst. They, however, have been about fear and attacking those some believe didn't have support. This is a moment in time that we must stand up, not to draw attention to ourselves, but to confirm to those targeted, those that were told, that some of us have told, as long as you work hard and come out of the shadows, you'll be fine. We've told them, don't be afraid of law enforcement, as they are here to protect and serve you. Those of you that were told these things, it's time we say, we'll protect you. You are not alone. The legislation that we discussed today includes actionable items that illustrates to our residents all over the city, your local government hears you. We continue to press every button at the local, state, and federal level to keep a federal enforcement surge from occurring in Milwaukee. That's the hope and the primary focus. While we do that, as stated by Congressional Rep. Omar, who was in Milwaukee on Sunday, we have to build our communication systems and networks now. We can't wait until we're under siege. That's one of the many lessons learned around the country, especially from Minneapolis. So that's what we intend to do. And with that, I will introduce Alderperson Jocasta.
Thank you, President Perez. Good afternoon. I'm Alderperson Jocasta Samaripa. I've represented a supermajority of Latinos and a historically immigrant population for my entire tenure in elected office, that's 16 years. I was born and raised on Milwaukee's near South Side, which has been a home to generations of immigrant Milwaukeeans long before my family arrived from Texas and Mexico. At first German and Polish, and now Latino and Muslim, just to name some of our rich ethnic cultures. It is and has been an honor to represent immigrants in local and state government in my home state of Wisconsin. As an advocate and representative for immigrants here in Milwaukee and across this great state, it is my duty to serve and protect my constituents, no matter their status. And so I'm here today with my colleagues and so many of our community partners to declare, nay, to bellow, should I surge here, I will do everything that I can to keep our people safe. Right? Yeah. We are taking preemptive action today to protect Milwaukeeans from ICE. We will not stand idly by and allow people to become abused at the hands of untrained federal agents surging in our city. While while we cannot do everything, we will do everything that we can. And so it is my great honor to stand here with Common Council President Jose Perez, Alderwoman Marina Dimitrievich, Alderman Alex Brower, Alderman Peter Vergelis, Alderwoman Charlotte Moore, Alderwoman Larissa Taylor, and Alderman Russell Stanford, and so many others who couldn't be here today, and so many of our constituents, to announce the introduction of an Ice Out MKE legislative package. We are putting forth legislation to require all law enforcement interacting with our constituents to be unmasked and to display visible identification for full transparency and in an effort to de-escalate fear, tensions, and confusion. Additionally, we are putting forth legislation to bar ICE agents from staging on city properties, like our city parks. These are just two of the legislative items in ICE Out MKE. I would like to now pass the mic to Marina to tell you more about ICE Out Milwaukee. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alderperson Samarripa. I'm Alderwoman Marina Dimitrievich, a proud daughter of an immigrant to the United States of America and the wife of an immigrant. And I stand here today to talk about something that we can say yes to. You heard a lot of what we're going to say no to. We're going to set the standards high in the city of Milwaukee, the largest city in the state of Wisconsin, that is built on our diversity. It is our strength. What I'm going to talk about today is the creation in the ICE Out Milwaukee package of the new Office of New Milwaukeeans. Office of New Milwaukeeans. We are excited to join many other cities across our country, whether it be global Detroit, whether it be New York, whether it be any city like Boston even, that has a welcoming office, a resource. What would it look like when we try to get to that million mark that has been set out by our administration, one that I support for a high population in the city of Milwaukee? It will be in a path through our immigrant community. We are going to double down in the city of Milwaukee and invest in growing our population, which will have a direct impact on our economic activity and make this city stronger or welcoming to everybody. I'm here also to talk about, as a mother, the families and children. Another part of the Office of New Milwaukeeans is really focusing on children. And if you'll allow me just 1 second, what we've all seen, and probably what pushed us over the edge to action, I was out there marching this Saturday with my constituents in Bayview. We had hundreds of people, and we're marching into City Hall today to create action. When we see the images of children that are being detained in Texas, separated from their families, their schools, and their community, we cannot be proud of the way things are going in this country. I want to read to you what 13-year-old Gustavo Santiago said. I don't want to go back to Tamaulipas, Mexico. I have friends, school, and family here in the United States. To this day, I don't know what we did wrong to be detained in Texas. He said, I feel like I'll never get out of here. And I ask that you don't forget about us. You are not forgotten. You will not be erased. And we will go forward. And when the Office of New Milwaukeeans starts after this ICE Out package, everybody in the city of Milwaukee will be welcome at all times. That's how you grow a city. That's how you invest in a population. And we are planning to welcome everybody. A welcome package, a way to get connected to hospitals, businesses, our community. That's how you build a strong community. Next up is Alderman Alex Brower.
Thank you so much, Alderwoman, and thank you so much, colleagues, for joining us here today, and members of the media, and members of the community. We are united that ICE is not welcome here in the city of Milwaukee. And that we will not back down. And if the administration chooses to conduct a surge in ICE operations like they are in other cities, then we will protest. We will protest and we will raise our voices. And so part of this package is going to be to protect the constitutional rights of Milwaukeeans should ICE decide to have a surge here and protect our constitutional rights currently. Yeah, we demand that the Milwaukee Police Department do their job and protect the rights of every single person. And part of our legislation will be calling on them to do that as well. I had a town hall just a few weeks ago, just recently, where members of my community called on me and every elected official that represents them to do every single thing they can. I am so glad to see colleagues here and members of the community who are standing with us for us to do everything we can. Introducing legislation, moving our community, and joining it, just like Alderwoman Dmitrievich did, joining protests and joining the resistance to what's happening right now. We have communities that are scared, but there's also communities that are angry. In addition to being scared, they're angry and they want to take action. The East Side and other parts of the city are ready to take action and protest, and we are demanding that their rights be protected when they do so. Yeah, I want to turn over to a few of our community partners as well who are going to be speaking. Emilio Dottore from Milwaukee Turners.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to speak. My name is Emilio Dottore. Having helped to fight against slavery, Nazis, and prohibition while also hosting events and classes at our landmark Turner Hall. We were founded by immigrants and refugees in 1853, and we have never forgotten where we came from or why we are here. We all clearly see that ICE is promoting tyranny. They're not working to deport the threats to our communities they pretend to on social media, and they are choosing instead to terrorize, pistol whip, and beat ordinary people at great cost to our democracy, our laws, and our economy. What they're doing is not American and ignores due process and the rule of law, a much greater threat than some guy from Guanajuato grabbing a bird or colors. The ICE out of Milwaukee legislation is a necessary common sense approach to the chaos that the federal government is unleashing in our backyards, ensuring that our city is poised and protected for growth, that our law enforcement aren't pulled away from their jobs to enforce quixotic immigration laws, or worse still, commit violence against the people they've sworn to protect, is what really matters. This new packet of legislation works to prevent our city's resources from being exploited by an out-of-control federal department seeking to disrupt our dignity, freedom, schools, and economy. No one in Milwaukee wants any part of violent nightmares we see unfolding in Chicago and Minneapolis. People will not go to church, work, school, or court if they think that unmasked, armed strangers in Kmart fatigues will abduct them or their children, regardless of their citizenship or species status. The Turners conduct programs all across the city in communities as diverse as you can imagine, and regardless of age, immigration status, religion, or ethnicity, people are sick to their stomachs at what is happening. They know that our current immigration enforcement is a perversion of our country's ideals, and they want to know how they can help. Milwaukee has never been a city of subjects bred to take it lying down. Our community is understandably terrified. I am grateful to the Common Council members for their brave and thoughtful leadership. They have heard the call and they are responding proactively to the needs of our neighbors. There is no honor in having a war on immigrants. Creating an office of New Milwaukeeans is much more productive than hanging up signs that say closed for business due to violence and racism. This proposed legislation package is a step toward transparency and accountability, a step toward affirming our commitment in building a beloved community. This is an important thing that local government is able to do for us, and there are other important things that the community needs to do now. Everyday people need to get educated, get involved, support their neighbors and friends, and stop responding to bots and trolls on social media. We invite the people of Milwaukee to partner in their communities in any way that is helpful, help with mutual aid, legal observing, teach-ins, tutoring. Feel free to reach out to us if you'd like to know how to connect. At the least, you should contact your to help, where you are, how you matter, and I hope that you make it count. The ideas and tools in this packet are an important step in protecting our city's legacy and safety. Milwaukee Turners are happy to work with all of you and with the city of Milwaukee to help ensure that our city remains strong, diverse, unified, and undaunted. It's my pleasure to introduce Christine Ortiz, Executive Director of Voces de la Frontera.
I just
want to say how, on behalf of Voces de la Frontera, which is the largest immigrant Latino member-led organization in Wisconsin, how proud we are of Milwaukee for introducing this package, ICE out of MKE, and these proactive initiatives. So I just want to say thank you for your leadership. This is a historic moment. And that is what is needed right now. We can't pretend that we keep our heads down. What we're witnessing happening all around us won't show up at our doorstep. On the contrary, it's been promised to show up on our doorstep. Just recently, President Trump said we need to nationalize elections in swing states, and in Minnesota, they're negotiating, right? Give us voter rolls in exchange for removing a couple hundred paramilitary troops, and also agree to turning your law enforcement into an arm of immigration enforcement. And the priorities have not changed. And what are those priorities, right? They are racism, they are violence, they are destroying our constitutional rights, and that is why today is so important. So, Voces de la Frontera, to meet the moment, ever since the elections, has stood up a community defense network that includes the components that were just mentioned around the statewide hotline, ICE verifier program, and now rapid response program of people who are trained to peacefully protest, to not escalate the situation, as well as these policy tables to continue to advance protections. So all of this is an important way that the community can come together. And we're going to be initiating the whistleblower neighborhood campaign. And I think what's important about today is that it also sends a strong message to our community that we have your back for our community, for our family, for our community, and that everyone is welcome. So thank you so much for the leadership here, and we will spread the word.
In conclusion, this is a reminder that a press release just went out summarizing some of our actions. I will now take 3 questions. Many of your questions may be answered in the press release. A polite reminder that what we're serving notice today is that at yesterday's Common Council meeting, many of these items were introduced into our legislative system. So you will see them as they continue to be drafted. They will go to committees likely this cycle. And we actually think we'll add even more to this package because many of our colleagues that are here are interested in that conversation. It is time, this is not the end, it's actually just the beginning of our action standing up for the city of Milwaukee. We were also joined by Alderman DeAndre Jackson, and at this time I will take 3, Alderman Russell Stamper as well. I will take 3 questions. Question 1. Miss, please say your name.
Matt from WIS.
Thank you.
Is the broader goal here to prevent ICE from arresting people in Milwaukee here illegally?
So the question is about federal law enforcement. We are watching very closely the federal discussion going on right now. In fact, they are days away from another shutdown. We hope we don't have to use anything in this package. We hope that they come to an agreement. They have 10 demands that we support. But while there is inaction federally, we are acting locally. This is not about getting involved in those specific issues. It's about setting forth a policy of how things will be handled in our community. And at the very beginning of it is there must be local transparency. There must be identification. We must know who's here and what they're doing. So that will be our involvement, a local package of how to stand up for the city of Milwaukee.
Jason Calvin.
Okay, and then I'll go to you last.
The banning ICE from city property, how does that not violate the intergovernmental convention?
So, like I said, this is being drafted as we speak. We look at what the county just did. We do have jurisdiction over city property. We will look at a permitting way. We will look at adding transparency. The people have the right to know how their local resources are being used. So we can promise you that every piece of this legislation will be drafted, discussed, legally reviewed, and like President Jose Perez said, the first Latino Common Council president of the city of Milwaukee, what he said was that everyone will be welcome, and we can't do everything. We can't, we know we're not the federal government. But our people are asking us to use every single city resource and tool that we have to do what we can. Lastly,
are you concerned that the mask ban would draw federal lawsuits? And are you prepared to have MPD enforce the city property ban?
so part of this package, as Alderperson Samaripa stated, may include standard operating procedure changes that the City of Milwaukee Common Council is able to utilize in a 2/3 vote. That is one option we're exploring. The people have spoken and they're asking for change. Like many of you all, many of these items are being litigated as we speak in court. In fact, the mask ban itself was just challenged in California, and one of the recent decisions was that it needs to be applied to every level of government, which is the path that we're seeking here. So we do not believe that any secret police should have any covering at any time, but their identification should be always out in public as a form of authority. That is what we're trying to change. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for Ice Out Milwaukee. Our press release is out, and we will have our legislation introduced by the end of the day today.
Does the mayor support any of these?
Ice out!
3 questions.
Ice out!
Thank you.
Ice out!
Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out! Ice out!
Ice out!
A lot of media here. All right, folks, I think that concludes it. Oh, hold on. You can always rewind to see what it says. All right, have a good one. See ya.